Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Today, I'm bringing you guys to a different location, right? We are in Potomac, Maryland today, right? And um, this is where the wealthiest of wealthy actually reside. A lot of CEOs live here. A lot of politicians live here. A lot of well-to-do people live here, right? And let me just swing this around. That is Tiffany and Co. Yeah, I've spent quite a few amount of over there in the past. With different people I've dated in the past. But hey, it is what it is, right? But listen, I wanted to bring you down here today, right? Because this is prime real estate, right? This is prime real estate, and this is where a lot of the wealthy and well-to-do reside, right? Now, why are we here? Because I watch a lot of things on social media, right? And I feel as though that some of the information, right, that's given to people out here, right, are kind of like bad information, right? Or let me not say bad information. I'm gonna just say information that may not work for everybody, right? One thing that's always bothered me is the fact that people say real estate is the key to wealth, right? Or even I might hear some people say, oh, my home is my investment, right? So, they put minimal amount of money into their retirement plan and they buy these homes, right? Thinking that their home is going to be their investment. And it always bothered me because I'm like, okay, help me understand this and here's the deal. I don't want anybody to think that I'm against a home. Obviously, I'm not. You understand? I'm in Potomac, Maryland. As I just stated, right? And they got some beautiful homes over here, right? And this is a place that, hopefully at some point, God bless me, and I'm able to see myself here at some point, right? Or a place like it, right? So I don't want you to think that I'm knocking, being a homeowner, right? But what I want to say is this: owning a mortgage is not for everybody, right? Because the cost of having a mortgage is not just the monthly payment that you have to be concerned about, right? You got to be concerned about the increase in taxes every single year in that property, right? A lot of people are losing their homes right now because the taxes on their property went up, right? Most people don't factor, that in when they buy their home. They are excited about buying a home, and that's it, right? So they don't factor in other costs, right? Taxes is one of them, right? Let me swing this over real quick. This is amazing. This is one of the Porsche dealership down here, right? Right. So most people do not factor in the cost associated with having real estate, right? The other cost also too is the maintenance of the property, right? You're probably gonna have to change your roof at least twice in that 30-year period, right? That's expensive. You might have to you might have to do some form of plumbing issue, right? At least 3 times, you understand, while you're there in that 30-year period, right? AC unit replacement, just refrigerator, just things breaking in that property, right? I believe I saw an article one time where they say the average expense for a home care a year, right, is roughly about like $9,000 to $10,000 a year, somewhere around there. And mind you, and I'm gonna assume that's probably for a moderate home, right? If you have one of these little expensive homes or big homes, expect to pay more than that a year, right? Now, my next topic is this. To me, I don't understand how some people feel as though like their home is their retirement income or their investment, right? Now, if you plan on having tenants, in your property, then yeah, maybe that makes sense, right? But I tell people this, right? Like, do you actually know how much a property increase in value annually? What is the projection of your property increasing in value in the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? Okay, because we know for a fact that to retire well, you're gonna need roughly about $1 million to retire well. Okay, so if you buy your home at, let's say, $300,000, right? What's the possibility of that home, reaching up to $1 million in value? Now, the key word is possibility. I didn't say it can't happen, but I'm just saying, what is the possibility of it happening, right? These are things that you have to consider. That's number one. And then number two, even if that house does reach that much in value, right? If you were to sell that house just to get the money, now where are you going to live? You understand? If you were to sell that house just to get the money, now where are you going to live, right? So let's say you sell your house. Let's say you did sell it for $1 million, right? Now you pay taxes on the property. So let's say you left with, I'll be nice and kind, let's say $800,000 after the sale of the property. That's not even factor in the the cost for your realtor to help you sell that property. All these fees you have to pay for, right? Okay, but I'm gonna just be kind. Let's say after taxes, after all this cost, right? You left with $800,000, right? Now you have to go find a home. You have to go find a home to live in. Now, in 2025, the average house right now is roughly 400 and something K. Okay, so you'll live with $800,000, right? Now, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, how much do you think the average cost of a home is gonna be? Right? Let's say you were able to find a house, that's affordable for you and meets your need, right? Right? Let's say you was able to find one for 500 grand 15, 20 years from now, right? That leaves you with $300,000. Can you possibly live off of $300,000 20, 30 years from now? You know what I'm saying? So this is some of the stuff that I don't understand when they sell people on real estate being your investment or your retirement income. We know for a fact most people die with a mortgage. And that's a fact. Because they're going to refinance a couple of times, right? They're going to do some work around the house because they don't have liquid cash to do it, so they have to refinance. So most people will die with a mortgage. So I always tell people, just realize a house for what it is, which is, it's a place to live. You cannot consider it your retirement income. You cannot consider it your bank, because it truly isn't. You understand? Even if you was to stay in that property and pull money out after the house is paid for, now you have a new mortgage payment to pay, right? Right? So you pull the money out and you're paying on it, and you still have everyday expenses to pay on, but you're in retirement. I just like for people to put their thinking cap on, right? Just put your thinking cap on. Don't allow people to just feed you any kind of information. Because logically thinking, to me, in my mind, if I have a house and I bought that house for $500,000 and I'm paying on it, thinking once I pay it off, then this will be my investment. The first question I'm going to ask myself is, well, how can I pull money from it? And if it's my investment, let's say I pay it off, once I pull money out, don't I have to kind of like start over? You understand? So, I don't know. I think the media or these people do a great job in having you focus on what they want you to focus on and not having you think further ahead. They do a good job with that. They do a really good job with that. So I try to tell people, listen, buying a home is a wonderful thing. You create memories with the home. I will never knock a home. Again, I'm going to swing this around for once. Okay. This is the Potomac area, right? This is where I'm at today. This is where I'm getting my inspiration from today, right? Out here, I wish I would have started this video as I was driving through some of these beautiful, wonderful homes, right? A home is a wonderful thing, but it's just that, it's a home. Most people who use real estate as their retirement or investment are people who use real estate as an investment. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? If you buy a property and you don't live there, but you have renters, okay, in that aspect, it kind of makes sense. But if you're talking about a home where you lay your head and you thinking that you're gonna put money away every single year into your property, and then once it's done paid off, then that becomes your investment, and I will urge you to ask yourself, okay, after you sell this house to cash in, right, where are you gonna live? So you get the money in your pocket, but you gotta live somewhere. Okay, are you gonna go buy another property, or are you gonna rent? You understand? Now I'm gonna backtrack for a second and also go over the costs, because a lot of people are, in a way, house rich and cash poor, because the majority of their money is going into their property. We're fixing this, fixing that, maintaining this, maintaining that. And you know, there's this talk now where people are saying renting might be a whole lot better, because at least with renting, you pay your rent. Yes, it goes up every single year. Sometimes you can negotiate your rent going up. I've heard that. Okay. But at least the other expense you don't have to worry about, which now means you can put more of your money into other investments like stocks, you know, mutual funds, things like that, right? To help you grow money. You understand? This to me is like the whole real estate thing. They did a number on the American people. They did a number on the American people, selling us on the fact that it's an investment. Everybody must have a home, and everybody running, pouring in their life savings, $100,000 down payment, $50K down payment, right? Dumping it into a property that, God forbid, they fall sick. The banks are coming to take that property. God forbid they lose their job. They coming to take that property. Again, I don't need anybody calling me, being upset, or commenting something crazy about this. I just want you guys to think just a little bit in reference to the things that we do and the actions that we take, right? I love a home. A home is nice, but you gotta be able to afford it. You gotta be able to afford it. You gotta be able to afford it, and affording it means that you can pay the mortgage. You can pay all the expenses that come with it, and you can invest for your future. Your home is not your future. Whoever tells you that is a lie. Your home is your home. Your home is just where you lay your head. That's what it is. But it shouldn't be your investment. It's just a thought that I want you guys to think about this beautiful Sunday afternoon. This beautiful Sunday afternoon, I want us to stop putting our thinking cap on moving forward, and not just listen to what other people are telling us, not just listen to what the realtor who's trying to make a sale and sell us on that property is telling us, right? I want you to put your thinking cap on and ask yourself, how can this possibly be my future investment? I believe homes usually increase in value by 3% annually, somewhere around there. I believe is what they say. 3%, somewhere around there, right? So, and again, that's also dependent on on where you live, right? And then also think about when your home get assessed and the value goes up, now your taxes goes up, right? Listen, this Sunday, I want us to use this Sunday as a thinking Sunday to evaluate our finances. I'm in a lot of homes every single year, and a lot of people are struggling. These are homeowners. It's not what they're making it out to be or what they're selling us on out here. A lot of people are struggling. Some people are behind 2-3 months in payments. Most people have no health insurance because either pay the mortgage or get health insurance. A lot of people will not retire no time soon. They literally will have to work until they die. And that's a sad story. That's a sad thing. That's a sad, I remember I used to watch I still watch him, Grant Cardone, and he used to talk about this, right? And I used to be like, why would he get on here and tell people a house is not an investment? But the man's a genius. The man is a genius because he's right. A lot of us are so emotionally driven, right, that we don't take a minute to think. We just are emotionally driven because everybody else is buying a house. You don't want to be left behind, so you want to go buy a house too. And you never ask yourself, not only can I afford the mortgage, but can I afford the maintenance? They're doing reconstruction on this building right here, right? Not only can I afford the mortgage, but can I afford the possible increase on the taxes on my property, which will increase my mortgage? Can I afford the lawn care? Can I afford any plumbing situation that may arise? Can I afford any roofing situation that may arise, right? And I know because I got friends who have dealt with this. I got friends who went the whole summer without AC. I got friends who have roof issue because you can see water leaking from the ceiling. Yeah. I got friends that could talk about this for days. I got friends that could talk about this for days. So, this is not a message of despair. This is a message that should get you thinking. Okay? Before you go out and purchase something that's going to drain your wallet and you're going to end up without any income when you're older. You're going to end up without any money at a time that you can't make up ground, which is usually during your senior years, right? I just want us to think. Again, like I said, a home is wonderful. It is. You got a lot of memories that come with it. But sometimes is the memory worth the heartache at the end of the day? That's what I always ask people. Is the memory worth you being older and don't have any retirement savings? I've been watching a lot of Dave Ramsey, right? And I'm not really a huge fan as to some of his ideas and concept and the way you should be living, in reference to just live like you poor and don't spend nothing and don't take care of yourself. And don't enjoy life. I'm not really a huge fan of that. But I've been watching him lately because he's had a lot of people who are calling in their 60s that have no retirement income at all. And I now have to say to myself, was Dave Ramsey right? You understand? Like, was Dave Ramsey right that if you don't cut your spending, this is how you're gonna end up? I don't know how many videos in the past month have popped up with people calling his show in their 60s that don't have any retirement. And I'm in my 40s and I can feel their pain like it's happening to me. And that's why I made adjustments in reference to how much I'm contributing into my brokerage account, because I can feel their pain. I can feel their pain like it's happening to me also. Right? That's why I had to tell myself, you know what? Yeah, I don't need no more clothes. I'm about to follow the Dave Ramsey rule. Don't need no more clothes. Once I pay off these couple of vehicles, I'm gonna sit on them for a long time, for a while. I'm gonna sit on them for a while. You understand? Because it's scary out here. And it's not just Dave Ramsey. The Census Bureau released an article about a month ago. People between the age of 55 to 66 have no retirement income. People between the age of 55 and 66 have zero. Not a little amount, not some, $0 in retirement income. Yeah, it's scary out here. It's scary out here. So I had to make my own adjustment as I'm watching this show and people are calling in. And mind you, I'm also in the field, so I feel these people's pain. These people who are walking around here and don't even have health insurance because they have to make a choice between paying the mortgage or paying $900 a month for health insurance. Which is another thing that people don't factor in when they factor in their retirement savings. For some reason, they leave health insurance out. I don't know why. Right? So I want to share this with you guys today. This is a season to stop trying to live like the Joneses. This is a season to start trying to compete with you. As a matter of fact, you know what? If you start competing with your neighbor might also downgrade the way they do things, because your neighbor is probably struggling too. It's just a fact. Everything out here is a facade. Everybody out here is phony. Everybody out here is fake. Everybody out here is living behind, above their means. Everybody out here is flexing for everybody. It's just a fact. So listen, I hope this message reached you well today. I hope I was able to reach somebody today, right? To have them think and address the next step that they're gonna make. Listen, I've been in the financial service field now for about 16 years. I help a lot of my clients put together a tax-free retirement income. And if you're 55 and above and you have no retirement income, the one thing you don't want to do is enroll in something that's taxable. So listen, if you are interested in learning more about retiring tax-free, starting to save money towards retirement right now, you can text me at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Or you can message me. You can go to my site, which is TitanEvolutionGroup.com. That is TitanEvolutionGroup.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful and blessed Sunday. Talk to you soon.